let's talk grocery shopping strategies. Okay, first and foremost, don't go grocery shopping hungry, because you're going to totally give in to all those impulse purchases because you're starving. So make sure you have a balanced snack or go after a meal before you go grocery shopping, okay? Ideally, it's great to shop the perimeter. There are some good items in the aisles, but the best things are going to be around the perimeter, and you want to make sure you read food labels, okay? There's so much hidden sugar in the foods that manufacturers make because they know that you get addicted to it and you want to buy more. Like, I literally was buying one of those bag salads in it, and it had so much added sugar in it. I'm like, why is there sugar in this stupid salad? And it was from the dressing and the candied nuts and fruit that they added on there. So make sure you pay attention. You want to look at added sugars. You don't want more than 25 grams of added sugars in a day, ideally less, but you will be blown away about how many of your favorite ingredients or items have a lot of added sugars to it. I like I've talked about Primal Kitchen before, and this is something I got from Thrive Market. This General Tso's usually has a lot of sugar in this marinade to begin with, and this one only has 1 gram of added sugar. So being a supermarket sleuth and looking at the food labels is really important. So make sure you check those food labels and choose the item with the least amount of sugar. The yogurt aisle is like the worst. It has so much added sugar in there. Pick the plain Greek yogurt, add your own fruit to it. Some of those other yogurts that are prepared for you with the fruit in it is as much sugar as Baskin Robbins ice cream. I don't know about you, but for me, I'd rather have the ice cream. So another thing is, I love fresh produce, but if something's not in season, it's totally fine to get it frozen, okay? Frozen means it's picked at the peak of freshness and then frozen for you to enjoy. When I go to a farmer's market, I tend to be like a kid in a candy store, and I buy so much frozen or produce, and often I can't finish it. Like, I have a huge thing of tomatoes over there. I know I'm not going to finish it, but do you know that you can freeze grape tomatoes? Yep, you can. So you can freeze a lot of those veggies and use it later. So things like the tomatoes today, I'm going to pull out some frozen tomatoes and roast it with my asparagus. Tastes delicious. If I have excess zucchini, I will chop that up, or even cauliflower, chop that up, put it in my freezer, and I'll use those instead of ice cubes in my smoothie to get in an extra vegetable. So if you did buy an excess and it didn't go according to plan and you didn't eat it all, freeze it. You totally can freeze it. Can't freeze lettuce though. Spinach you can, as long as you're putting it in a dish like spaghetti or a shakshuka or smoothie, but definitely your freezer is your friend. And then try different stores. Like, look around at the prices. If cost is really important to you, see what's on sale and kind of get an idea of where the best prices are. We have Aldi and Walmart here, so ideally I'd love to go there first and buy like the produce and then fill in the gaps with the more expensive stores. But if I don't have time, as long as I stick to my list and my meal plan, I'm definitely saving a lot more money as in comparison if I didn't have a plan and was just going into the grocery store blindly. And also, one last tip, I was just thinking, tonight I'm making Greek chicken for the family. My mouth is watering, and I make my own seasoning blend. And I will share my seasoning blend ebook with you, but I make my own seasoning blend, and then I can use it, on different things. I put it on veggies, my chicken. It's absolutely delicious. And I'm using up those seasonings that I have in my pantry. So one word of advice, if you still have your seasoning display container that you got for your wedding or your bridal shower, it's probably time to replace those seasonings. They really only last about 6 months. So if you're holding on to seasonings over a year, it ruins the flavor. It doesn't have any flavor, and it doesn't have the medicinal properties that those seasonings have. So make sure you don't buy huge volumes of it unless you truly use it, and buy what you need. You can also buy those seasonings in little baggies in certain stores, or just buy a small amount and plan on using it, because those do count towards your 30 different plants in a week. I hope these tips have helped you, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.